Hello, it's Harley from Knowlton North. I haven't put a video out for a while because I have hours and hours of video I've taken. I have the equipment to edit now, and I just cannot figure out how to edit. So I'm doing another video on my phone. I got these windows out of my shooting blind. I haven't done the full video on my shooting blind yet, but when you see that, I got these windows from Home Depot, and they're pretty nice little windows. They have a screen on them. You can take the glass out, so if it's a hot day or a cold day, you can take the glass in or out and hide behind the screen if it's out or in. Helps with the bugs, and you can still, the screen's dark, so it'll help hide your hide the outline of your body behind it. And I built this shooting blind, and I put these in tracks, and they work pretty good, but they're loud and noisy when you slide them up and down. They're just not smooth. So I took them out this weekend when I was up to camp, and I was looking them over, and the way I framed them out, it looks out without too much trouble. I can go to this hinge system. So I just JB welded these hinges on here. I'm going to see how they hold. If they hold, I'm not going to do anything else. If they don't hold, I'm going to pop rivet them, drill some holes and pop rivet. But I got the 2-part epoxy JB weld, so hopefully that'll do the trick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mount these so the hinges are up, you know, so I can basically lift the window up this way, and I can put some kind of a little nut in here or a string or something so I can pull the window up without too much noise. So I'm going to try this. I've seen some windows online, but geez, they're so expensive. They look like they'd work well, but they're just pricey. And I like the fact that I can take the glass out of these and put the glass back in. And the screen is black. It's tinted, so it hides you pretty good when you're sitting behind it. So I'm going to see how this JB weld works. I'm going to take these back up to camp next weekend and mount them and give them a test run and see how they work. I think these windows are like $40 a piece, and that's with the removable glass. And it, you know, I was in there last winter. It was like 10 degrees out, and it was pretty warm in there. I had my little buddy heater going. It's not insulated. The floor is insulated, but that's the only part of the shack that's the hunting shack that's insulated, and it held up pretty good. I mean, as far as the heat goes. But I just need a way to open these windows quietly. So I'm going to give these a try. I think it's going to work. So I got these little hinges, JB welded them on. And if that doesn't totally work, I'm going to drill these out, drill these holes out, and pop rivet them. But I think these will work. So I'm going to put a hole somewhere down here on the bottom and run a string through there. And probably some kind of, just a little nut on a string through a couple of eyelets up on the ceiling of the hunting blind, and have a hook somewhere so I can hook it back so I can hold it when it's up. And I think that's going to work better. I think it's going to be a lot more quiet. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of the the felt, what is it, like the door insulation and window, because it's about, you know, it's about an inch wide. And I think I'm going to put some of that on the frame, so this here will set on it, and it'll be quieter. I can't think of what it's called at the moment, but you know what I mean out there. Put it around doors and windows. Weather stripping, I guess it's called. So I think I might put a little bit of weather stripping underneath so it's quieter when it closes. But I think that's going to be a pretty cheap alternative, is to buying these big fancy windows. I had them in, like I said, I had them in the slide. It slid up pretty good, and I had it set up so I could hold them up there once they were open, but it just wasn't quiet enough. So I'm going to try this and see what happens. Hopefully someday I'll figure out the editing and I'll get all the videos out on my pond, my food plots, walkthrough of the camp, a view of some videos of our little Katahdin View camp that we're going to build. I have videos of all this, and hopefully I'll figure out the editing someday and get that out. Because I do want to grow this channel. I think we do some pretty cool stuff up to our camp. You know, we're doing some rabbit habitat, which is working well. Deer habitat. You know, it's my first time doing it, so I'm figuring out as I go. But we'll get our pond built and get our, hopefully, another food plot in. The clover I did last year was actually doing pretty good, so hopefully I can get to show you that. But I got a lot of projects going at our main camp, and hopefully folks will check it out and show some interest. Because I enjoy doing this, and it's cool showing you guys what we do. And hopefully as I go, I'll make it more interesting for you. But right now, I'm still on the phone. So anyway, these are the windows, and I think they're going to be cool. So enjoy the outdoors. Knowlton North.